Welcome in, folks. Week 8 of the high school football season here on ChagrinValleyConference.com. The matchup tonight's the home of Perry Pirates taking on the visiting Chagrin Falls Tigers here on CVC TV. Again, yours truly, Kyle Cordell, and AA Anthony Alford on the call for another big matchup this week. AA, let's talk about it. Perry, senior night for the group here, and it's been a fantastic full season for the seniors and really everyone on the team for Perry so far.
Yeah, first off, great to be here at Alumni Stadium, and an incredible season for the Perry Pirates, and the seniors ought to be proud. Ought to be very proud of what they have accomplished here with this program, and a program that is enjoying unbelievable success, 7-0 coming into tonight's game. Of course, the signature win, we had it on CVC TV against Kirtland back in early September, and they have not let up since that game. They have not let up at all. Every game, for the exception of the Kirtland game, has been a running clock in terms of Perry. So they look to get those big plays, deliver those big plays, and they look to make it happen early and often. And the spotlight is on for them here on the senior night.
We're going to talk about Perry and the success they've had all season long. Of course, coming off a 42-14 win at Orange over in Pepper Pike. Now, again, sitting on the season 7-0, 2-0 in conference play. Nearly 36 points per game. Double A, the defense is maybe not being talked about more. They're only giving up about 6.7 points per game on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, the defense was incredible. Again, we saw it, back in week 3. The defense making the huge plays, making them stop plays, and defense doing their job. And, this is very important to have that commitment on the defensive side. It's easy to do it on offense. It's very creative to have it on offense, but to have that same, maybe even more commitment on the defensive side of the ball is huge for this Pirates team.
Now let's talk about the visiting Chagrin Falls Tigers, too, coming into the game 3-4 in what has literally been an up-and-down season. And now talking with Coach Scott earlier in the week, AA2, 9 players at one point this week in concussion protocol in a high school game as Perry takes the field here and works their way through. I mean, unbelievable for Chagrin Falls. 15 players going to be out tonight, but they're still taking this field with upsets on their mind.
Yeah, and look, when we were down there in the field, they're excited, a little bit of nerves down there in the field. There's going to be some guys getting a new opportunity here, a little bit of nerves, but they're excited. They're ready to go here, and this is an opportunity here for the guys who are playing to make a statement. This has been an up-and-down season for the Tigers, and they have an opportunity here to showcase their big thing that they talked about, Kyle. Their defense has been good at preventing the big plays. So this is going to be a good chess matchup tonight. Perry wants the big plays. Chagrin is very good at stopping the big plays. So if they could do that, then we're in for something here tonight.
A give and take on that Chagrin Falls side, of course. And Coach Scott mentioned it. It's just a tough task when you have a near full healthy team over on the other side in Perry. The way they've been able to score the ball at a high rate, just under 36 points a game this season, 2 AA. We know about the high-powered offense. Defensively, though, Chagrin Falls has been able to hold their own and stay in some big matchups this year. Still, 3 big wins. So they're still in that precipice of trying to get into the playoffs, I believe, for the first time since Coach told us 2013, I want to say. So it's been a little bit of time, a little bit of a buffer in between the last time we've seen the Tigers play some postseason football.
In 2013, also the last time Chagrin has defeated Perry as well in football. So, 10 years, anything can happen. I think what's critical here, with Chagrin, looks like they're going to get the football first, Kyle. What's going to be critical, there's going to be some nerves, obviously, some of these younger guys getting the opportunity. Just play. Just play football. Just go out there. Don't overthink the situation. Just go out there, perform, and do your best. And literally, you never know where things could take you.
And so for the home Perry Pirates, it's going to be Tristan Sexton, one of the seniors, who's going to boot the ball away in the kickoff, waiting for the return, of course, Cole Dukas and Luke Niemeyer. For the Tigers, and the ball's off, and we're underway. Niemeyer will take it from his own 15, and high school football week 8 underway here in the state of Ohio. Breaking through, Niemeyer with a good return. He gets past the 40 and down to about the 44-yard line. Solid return there by Luke Niemeyer, the senior on the other side for the Tigers, and it will be 1st and 10 near midfield.
That's how you start. If you're the Tigers, you just want to just play football, get things going. I love the blocking. Let's set it up. Love the blocking up front there. And the thing is, you're a kickoff team for Perry. You got to be disciplined. You don't want to just like scream down the field. But, you know, Chagrin has pepped their step here to start this football game.
Very much. So 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line for the Tigers. And it's going to be sophomore quarterback Jacob Kay who gets the call tonight, trying to lead this team. A lot of pressure, and Coach Scott saying he's going to get the bulk of the work, too, as far as a lot of pressure on him to make plays. Taking a look throughout to the left side. It's thrown, and it's almost intercepted through the hands of his receiver. That was, again, number 6, Caden Villeneuve, who couldn't bring it in. And number 11 for Perry, that being Walter Moses, the quarterback, almost made the play.
Yeah, it was right there, and he knows it. It was right there. Moses, number 11, had that opportunity. But I like the play call, though, offensively. Just come right out, you know, just come out firing, you know, and I like the play call. Just didn't work out. You know, get the nerves out of the way there if you're Chagrin.
Yeah, Walter Moses, of course, the starting quarterback as well for the Perry Pirates. Normally see him throwing those touchdowns, not making plays on the defensive end, but he almost had one there. Of course, Moses, a junior, going to see him plenty tonight on the other side of the football, too, but he's going to be guarding some of the best receivers that Chagrin Falls has to offer. And we mentioned, too, AA, the injury bug just ravaging this Tiger ball club throughout the entire week. 9 players, as we mentioned, in pregame and concussion protocol, and overall 15 players out, only dressing 32 official players tonight for the Tigers. I mean, that's just tough in any sort of varsity level when you have that few players playing. Yeah,
and unfortunately not able to field enough guys to play JV tomorrow as well for Chagrin.
Yeah,
so
hanging on the balance, right? Yeah, that's only 12 guys that can dress for tomorrow. It's going to be pretty tough. Coach said maybe some backyard football. We may still try and get the game in, but we're going to worry about tonight first before we think about Saturday morning. But, yeah, a bit of a stoppage on the field. Curious to know what be going on here as a sub's going to be coming in. And a big 71 for Perry. Jack Kinsley, again, actually one of the seniors that was honored tonight on senior night, going to check back in. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 on their own 44-yard line for Chagrin Falls after that incompletion that almost could have been a turnover. So here we go again. Kay in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's going to hand off to his running back on the left side, breaking through, past the 5, down into the 40, turning the corner, down to the 35-yard line. Solid run there by Charlie Bazone for a first down.
Good pickup on the blitz opportunity right up front. That was good on Chagrin's part. Picked up that blitz and attacked right over there between the guard and tackle and got a good game planning, and right after the near turnover, Chagrin responding, and they got a first down.
18 yards there for Charlie Bazone, the junior, going to get some work in that backfield now. So 1st and 10 on the Perry side of the 36 for Chagrin Falls on the move. Throw over the middle. That one is tipped in. I think he may have actually caught that, AA.
I think so.
What a grab. Wow.
And that was after a tip.
Wow, Luke Niemeyer with a fantastic catch.
Niemeyer, one of the senior captains of the Chagrin Falls team, and he called for the football. Ball somehow made it to him, brought it in, and made the play.
Yeah, impressive 7-yard completion there. Again, the ball was kind of tipped and altered, but
2
still.
near turnovers early on.
Living on a little bit of prayer here on the flyer now. It's going to be 2nd and short. Handing off on the inside. Solid tackle there by Perry. And Niemeyer got the ball and could not move with it. On a little bit of a wide receiver reverse there. He actually loses about 4.
Yeah, Studio, number 1, who you're going to hear a lot about on both sides. Andrew Smith, number 50, also in there. Solid form tackle there in the backfield. You know, Chagrin, they've had success going vertical there. They try to go horizontal there with jet sweep, a little bit of counter action, and Perry right there to make the play defensively.
Yeah, now 3rd and 7. And again, Kay in the shotgun, looking, going to roll to his left, still looking, going to throw. It's a jump ball in the back and out of his reach of his receiver, incomplete. A little high there and out of the way, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Man, if you're Chagrin there, if you're Jacob Kay, you might want that pack, that ball there. You know, you had that man-to-man opportunity there right up the sideline.
Yeah.
Lead that ball there a little bit further. That could be a touchdown.
Want to give your receiver a shot. Brandon Castelluccio was the intended target. Again, 5'10", 175-pound senior as well, taking some of those reception duties. So it's going to be 4th and 7 on the 33-yard line of Perry, and well, Chagrin Falls, they're going to go for it with about just over 10 minutes to go in this first quarter. And Kay in the shotgun. Look, he's going to get hit. Bounces off the tackle, throws, and out of the reach of his receiver. He got smacked but stayed on his feet. And you got to be careful with those high hits, Double A. That could be a penalty, but nothing thrown on the field, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Maybe a little bit of luck there for Perry because that was a high shot of the quarterback.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be penalty there.
Not necessarily roughness possibly, but no, that's going to just be a turnover on downs like we said. So let's flip the script here and get back in.
I thought what was amazing, just bouncing out of there, though, just to try to survive there on the play. But Perry, after being tested, making the stand, and they get the turnover on downs.
Now we get to see Walter Moses for the first time. Again, in the shotgun. And that's going to be a false start, looks like right off the bat, I believe, for the Pirates. And that may be encroachment instead.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So
yeah, I believe so.
It was called false start in the booth too, but that's going to be encroachment, so we'll give you 5 yards. First penalty of the night for Chagrin Falls defense. Offense put together a couple nice plays. Double A got a good return too, but just couldn't convert on 4th. So now can Perry and this high-powered offense get their shot. 1st and 5 on their own 38. Moses again in the shotgun, going to look quick pass out. It is caught and brought down for a gain of maybe 2 yards on the catch.
I think this is going to be the matchup of the night right here. The Chagrin's defense versus Perry's offense. As we've mentioned a ton here to start this broadcast, they want the big plays. Chagrin, their MO is containing the big plays. They don't want to give those up. So how much of those chunk plays is Perry going to be able to pull off here early on?
Braden Richards with the catch. Now Studio with the carry up the middle. He's going to get that first down. He needed about 2 and got about 3 to 4. So Jaden Studio with his first carry moves the chains for the Pirates.
And something we saw the last time we saw the Pirates against Kirtland, the guards, the linemen, they shoot out, in terms of blocking. They block with speed, and they're going to get to their guy very, very, very quickly. So it's going to be very important for your Chagrin to immediately identify your key, identify the guards if you're the linebackers, and just go. Don't second guess.
Moses again, the shotgun. Studio on his left. He's rolling out. Moses trying to make a play. He cuts back inside and is brought down. That's big number 70 for Chagrin Falls there. Duncan Scott, the senior, gets in, and no gain for Moses as he tried to avoid the sack and actually going to lose about a half a yard.
Good on their part. First off, the coverage down the field in the secondary, and then just right up front, just immediately, not second guessing, just, not playing hero ball either. The key that Coach Scott talked about was Chagrin. They've played well individually. They've had good individual matchups. But he mentioned with you, Kyle, putting it all together as a team. That's their focus tonight.
So that's going to count as a sack for Duncan Scott, his first. So it's going to be 2nd and 11, 8 minutes to go in this first quarter. Moses going to roll, throw, it's pitched and caught. Big play down the right sideline, turning upfield to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Trent Taylor into the end zone. And just like that, Perry on the board, 6-0 here on CVC TV. What a play by Trent Taylor. 6'4", 200-pound tight end, a sophomore making the big play.
Great speed there by Taylor. I love everything that Walter Moses did on that play, though. Obviously, the throw was great. His movement in the pocket, he stepped into the throw. He stepped in, he was dedicated, he knew where he wanted that football to go, and there was no way that ball was not getting to Trent Taylor. And a great play by Walter Moses, and then Trent Taylor, his speed, taking it to the end zone.
Called about a 42-yard touchdown throw and catch as the extra point is up, and it is good. And with that, the score now ballooned to 7-0 here. Perry with the early lead, 8 minutes to go in the first quarter here on CVC TV. Well, on Double A, Coach Scott did mention we want to try and stop the big play, but unfortunately that time just got away from him there.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of happened. Coach Getschwitz of Perry, one of the things he kind of mentioned going in, actually both of these coaches, so they're playing, a matchup with themselves as a team. And I think it's interesting from the Pirates side of things too, because, how do you motivate your guys? How do you prevent the off game, this deep, because this is the perfect matchup where if you slip up, you're in for a battle. If you're the Pirates, and I thought the guys down there in the field for Perry, Coach Getzer's got them all ready to go, and mentally they're focused in and locked in and ready, and it showed. Had to face some adversity too there, Kyle.
A little bit. Because, again, Perry wasn't really moving the ball too well, but the big play kind of bails them out after a sack and a couple run plays. They didn't get as much as they'd want, but now, again, Perry up with that touchdown, and they're going to get this kickoff back of the Tigers to try and respond. Ball shot back. This time it is going to be Dukas with the return. He cuts back up the middle of the field, and it's brought down just past 35 at around the 36-yard line. Cole Dukas, the junior, making the play.
Yeah, he did, and for the second straight possession, though, it was a high kick. Chagrin's going to have good field position to start their drive. The first drive, there was a couple near turnovers.
Yeah.
There was some, tip ball there, but sometimes if you want to luck out, getting the right bounce on the field, sometimes that helps. It's okay. Don't be to apologize for it.
Let's open there. Joey Baldery, again, a junior for Perry. Here we go. 1st and 10. Handoff, left side. Solid run, but then gets stopped. They're finding a hole and having to cut back. That was Bazone with the carry for Chagrin Falls.
And that was after there were some personnel issues on the Pirates side of the ball. Couldn't get the 11th guy in until the very last moment, so they got away.
I just wanted to give him a running start.
We'll go with that.
2nd and 10.
We'll just go to the next play. We'll go with that.
And so far, again, at this point, Jacob Kay in that one series and one play here, 1 of 4, 7 yards, and in a couple plays where it almost went sour very quick. Let's see if he can right the ship now for the Tigers. Kay again in the shotgun. He's going to drop and roll to his right. Kay looking, going to throw the ball up, and there is nobody there. Incomplete. Couple receivers in the area. One was big number 85 for Chagrin Falls, that being Aiden Beresford, the tight end, 6'3", 200-pound senior, but a little bit wide right of him, so it's going to be 3rd down and long.
You see who brought that pressure for on the Perry side?
Who else would it be?
See number 44. See there, Owen McCoon. Bringing the pressure, not being utilized much offensively. They're trying to preserve a little bit of energy, save up for the playoffs. So
keep that snap count down a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 3rd and long, 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. Okay, dropping, throwing, deep shot. He's got a receiver. It's up, and it is caught.
Wow.
What a catch. Brandon Castelluccio with an unbelievable grab all the way down to the 24-yard line of Perry.
I'll tell you what, the coverage was fantastic defensively. The coverage was great. That was an incredible football thrown there by Jacob Kay, sophomore quarterback. That was incredible. 41 yards on that pass? Incredible.
A phenomenal throw and catch there. And that's going to move the chains.
They're just coming out and playing, Kyle. Yep. That's all they're doing.
Not being afraid to take that big shot. They're going to have to. Kay back in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Handing off. Bazone trying to get outside. He gets brought down. Solid play out there for Perry. That being, I believe, Michael Dzwiski. And Taylor there as well. Trent Taylor on the tackle. Remember, he just got that big touchdown on the other side. Helped out with that one, too.
Yeah, he did. And his speed just delivered again. Another sophomore. Let's stay with this Pirates team. Tonight is senior night, and they're honoring the seniors, the football team, the band, the cheerleaders, all the seniors. But this is a young football team. And they have taken on the responsibility of carrying the load and their responsibilities of this team.
Again, Kay back to throw, looking out to the side. It's caught. Dick ducking underneath. Big play down to the 15-yard line. What a catch. Duck, dive, dip, dodge, and dodge. They're by Luke Niemeyer moving the chains.
Every PlayStation button that is available was there, and great job there staying on the play there. Defensively, those are tough plays to make on defense because you're thinking like, man, it's right there. got an open field tackle is right there, but just the move there offensively, and that's frustrating on the defensive side.
Niedermeyer against 6'1", not a short receiver, still able to duck underneath. So 3rd and short now for the Tigers. Handing up up the middle, trying to find that hole is Bazone, and he got right at the first down marker. Going to see where the ball is officially marked, but he's right there, Double A, so close.
Lamakia, number 40, I wonder, he stepped right in there and made the play defensively.
And a solid tackle to stop the forward momentum, too. So it's going to be 4th and short. This could be a critical down here early in the game for Chagrin Falls, trying to answer after Perry was able to march down the field in short order and get those first 7 points. We'll see if the Tigers can keep this drive alive. 4th and maybe a long yard. Kay again in that shotgun. He's going to take it himself. Kay up the middle, turns inside, spins through, and he should, I believe, have enough for the first, but we'll have to wait for that official measurement to see. They're going to say, yep, he got it. Jacob Kay taking it himself for that first down for the Tigers to keep the drive alive.
Great blocking up front, and that was, that was a great matchup on both sides. That was a great matchup. Perry firing over to Kay, but just that extra push that they were able to get offensively. Kay just followed right through. He was a low man to the ground, and did just enough to get the first.
That's going to, like I said, keep the Tigers offense on the field. 3:50 to go in this first quarter, trying to respond. Kay again in the shotgun. Kay going to hand up to Bazone. He cuts back left side. He has no room to run. Solid job by Perry's defensive line. Big 53 in there too. Joey Baldery with help on that gain tackle.
Yeah, and a little bit of mistiming, with the snap and handoff there, and that, the miscommunication. Remember, again, the injuries on the Chagrin Falls side of things, in there. And, Gillen, who's usually back there as the tailback, is out with an injury. So you got another young man back there just trying to work in the timing.
Bazone, the junior, trying to take those snaps, make the most of them now as Kay again is in the shotgun. He'll be there all night. Rolling to his right, throwing, pitch out. It is caught. Solid play on the outside there. And that's going to be Aiden Beresford again with a solid play to the right.
Yeah, but the speed of Richards, number 12, Braden Richards, and, good luck getting anything past him. And that's what makes it tough, because he's coming out. Richards is coming out of the safety position, number 12. Like right now, he's lined up at about the 5-yard line on the right side of your screen. And where he's angling, that was a great pursuit angle just to go right down the path and make the play.
I get you a pen so you can draw that for the folks at home.
Ooh, I was ready for the telestrator.
I bet you were. They're in long coming up. Kay in the shotgun, going to look to his left, roll his right, he's under pressure. Kay still looking to throw, going to toss, it is incomplete. Solid coverage on the right side. And that was number 10 for Perry, that being Vince Tomasic, who made the play, knocked the ball down, and it's going to be 4th and long.
And I'll tell you what, again, I will say this. I know the play wasn't made offensively, and that was a great defensive stop there. But I'm pretty impressed here by Kay, the quarterback for Chagrin, rolling out of trouble, and he threw a good football. Just a great defense there, but I like what I see here out of this sophomore quarterback.
All right, so we're going to see Ben Cohen head out there, senior kicker. This ball getting put down on the 21-yard line, 31-yard field goal. It is up, and it is good. How about a field goal for the first time this year on CVC TV? The score, 7-3. You can hear from Alumni Stadium. And, hey, it's a first for the scoreboard for us so far this year. So we're going to talk about our scoreboard sponsor, that Independence Business Supply, an Ohio-owned and operated company with full-service facilities in Cleveland capable of shipping supplies anywhere in the U.S. IBS is a business products dealer providing you with a single source for office products, facility and break room supplies, printing, promotional products, and furniture. Visit orderibs.com to learn more about our amazing products and amazing customer service. Well, first for everything AA this year and a field goal.
That really was our first field goal of the season?
We've seen a few extra points, but that's the first one to go through the uprights. That was a field goal, 31 yards. Great job by Cohen, the senior, to knock it through, and Chagrin Falls is on the board.
It only took 8 weeks and 9 games. if it was not going to happen here, well, we get 4 games the next 2 weeks.
That's right.
try to make that happen. Great response for Chagrin. Just again driving right down the field. And Perry, they're very, very tough with their red zone defense. But Chagrin's doing an absolutely great job. You know, just attacking man-to-man matchups and going from there. The only thing is, offensively, the side-to-side vertical play or horizontal plays, jet sweeps, counters, there's too much speed on Perry's defense for those to materialize. Anything vertical, that's what you want. You want vertical plays straight up the gut, you know, over the top. Those are the big plays you want if you're Chagrin.
You talk about dynamic duo to return this kickoff. Jaden Studio and Braden Richards back there for Perry. As the kick is off, and it's going to go right into the hands of Studio. He'll take the ball at about his own 6. Studio turning upfield, breaking past 25, high stepping, turning back inside and getting out near the 33-yard line. Jaden Studio with a solid return.
He runs smooth, and like some of the best tailbacks we've seen this year, they run very smoothly on the field. The thing with Jaden Studio, though, is that any type of style that you need him to run, like if you need a physical game out of Studio, you can get it from him. If you need a finesse game, you need him to go out wide, he can do all those things.
Now we're going to see what the quarterback, Walter Moses, can do. Another fantastic year for number 11 in those all-black unis. He's going to hand out to the left side. Studio, speaking of which, gets the carry, cuts back inside, and gets brought down around the 39-yard line. Gang of tacklers in there, including, again, a Duncan Scott for Chagrin Falls.
Now, the one component that Perry will not have offensively is 44 Owen McCoon, who, for what it seems like from what we talked Coach Getzwitz, at this moment, he will exclusively be on defense until they get close to the playoffs, and then they'll ramp up and use him back on both sides of the ball. He was the number 2 tailback.
That means more of Braden Richards like he is in motion right now. Richards gets that handoff, turning inside. Braden Richards, big play, cutting inside, still on his feet, brought down at the 40. Touchdown, saving tackle from Nehemiah, and a first down for Perry.
Great pickup blocks there, and Studio did a great job as well, you know, with his blocking on the outside to set up the big run there for Richards.
Yeah, cool 26 yards in the ground for the big play threat, Braden Richards. One of the seniors on senior night, too. A great career for number 12 down there in all black. There's a minute to go in this first quarter. Studio gets the carry on the right side, turning upfield, pushing his way through. Bully ball, Studio still on his feet, refusing to go down, and he's going to get stopped after a gain of about 6.
So the crazy thing, Perry runs the majority of their plays out of spread, and then they surprise you with a classic high formation and just running right up the gut with you. It makes it very tough to defend.
And there's 30 seconds to go in this this first quarter, and so far still a close game. Perry and Chagrin Falls just separated by 4 points. Perry again on the move. Moses rolling to his right, throwing. It is incomplete, but a flag coming in late, and that could be pass interference.
Yeah, Dot Stevens, number 21 for Chagrin.
Yep.
Thought he made the play defensively. We'll see what they call here, Kyle.
It'll be only the second penalty so far of the game. Of course, the first happened against Chagrin Falls defense on that first drive. It was 5 yards offside penalty. This time it could be a little bit more costly.
Perry's ready to run the next play.
They're trying to get back out. Oh. So it's a penalty on the offense, holding only 5 yards. I'm not sure if that made sense, but we'll figure things out here, as that's the first penalty against Perry.
I thought they said legal man downfield.
There we go. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, 71.
And that being Jack Kinsley, again, the senior. So here we go. Moses in the shotgun, throwing right side. That one is brought in, I believe, by Luke Savan.
Yeah, we called his name a lot in the Kirtland game back in week 3. Luke Savan. And we'll see here as the quarter comes to a close how this third down is going to play out here.
That is the end of the first quarter. 7-3 the score. Fast-paced game. Perry on top by 4, but driving 3rd and short on the Chagrin Falls side of the field coming up. And yeah, AA also want to remind folks of our incredible presenting sponsor for CVC TV, that of being Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. Specialties to them include dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website. That's www.ohsurgery.com. And of course, thank you for your support for the Chagrin Valley Conference and CVC TV. So we talked about offensively the last time around for Chagrin Falls. Trying to get points on the board on that drive was important. They got that field goal. Now a chance to possibly force the Perry Pirates into a field goal attempt. We know one of their kickers, the new kicker that came through, Couture Ontarian, has been phenomenal, can light it up from deep. But if you're asking Perry right now, and Coach Kesevich probably wants his first down and to keep driving down the field.
Absolutely, and I think they're going to line up I formation with a receiver here. Just rely on your big guys. Just get the first down and get going. Chagrin, they've come here. They're ready to play. So you do not, if you're Perry, you do not want these guys to hang around, because there's a sneaky bit of confidence that we have seen here from the Tigers.
23 out there for Perry. Carter Hopkins, he's a freshman. He's in the backfield along with Jaden Studio. Walter Moses getting a call in. And when you got a quarterback like Moses who's 6'4", 190 pounds, you always got to worry about that sneak when you're only about half a yard or so away to try and move the chains. We'll see if maybe the freshman gets a carry. Moses kind of still taking that play, talking to his tight end. Trent Taylor out there too, as the play clock now officially starts. So Moses will take to under center. And it's a quick handoff. Studio breaking through the middle. He's going to have the first down and more. Solid gain. Needed about a half a yard, got about 4. And Studio moves the chains. First down, Perry.
Offensive line making things happen. Again, just shooting right out of their stands and just attacking. And Jada Studio made it happen afterwards. It was going to be interesting in this game too. For the Pirates, you're going to see a few new guys in rotation. They're going to utilize their depth here tonight, knowing that Chagrin lacks in depth, with the number of injuries they have on their sidelines.
There goes Moses rolling out to his right, throwing up and caught. Savon breaks inside, cuts back, 10-5, touchdown, Luke Savon. 26 yards to the house for 6 more, and Perry lengthens their lead to 10. Solid throw, great route by Savon. He cut back and walked into the end zone for 6.
Smooth. Again, great ball by Moses, able to roll out, find Savon, and it just took one move, one little step, whoop, right to the outside, and went right into the end zone. Richards was out there too to get the insurance block, but making a play, Savant getting in the end zone.
Ontarian there now to kick the ball to lefty. Up, and it is good. That makes the score 14-3. Perry with another big 26-yard score. The big plays still happening for the Pirates in this first half. AA. It was Chagrin Falls' main point of contest here to try and stop those from happening, but sometimes you deal with an offense like Perry, you just got to deal with the body blows and the big punches and try and respond with your own offense.
And sometimes, for a team that I think we both feel this Perry team could go very deep in these playoffs at Division 5. They're both out of Division 5, Region 17. Sometimes you need a test every week, obviously. But what this is going to provide, there's going to be some games where Perry is not going to be able to deliver the big bomb down the field. So can you get those chunk plays, the 6-7 yard gains? Can you get those 3rd and 1s? And Perry is learning how to do that. They've shown that they've been able to do that all year, but emphasizing those things and adjusting your game plan, they've been able to do that. They did that last drive.
And now, of course, it's up to Chagrin Falls to try and respond. Last time Perry scored, they were able to get 3 on the board for the Tigers. Let's see if they can do it again. Kickoff is out. It is bobbled and eventually found by Nehemiah, and he gets brought down inside the 20, down to about the 19-yard line. They may actually give him the 20 on forward progress, but again, just happy to get back on that ball and keep possession for the Tigers here.
Yeah, and we mentioned this a bunch of times covering these games. You know, a lot of guys, you know, after you give up the touchdown defensively, you got to be right back out of special teams. And then you got to focus on to be back out offense. So you don't have any mental time to recover from a play that you may not like.
Yep, and Jacob Kay's been able to find some holes in the secondary. He's 4 of 9, but he's got 63 yards, including that 39-yard bomb against Castelluccio that happened on that scoring drive last time for the Tigers. We'll see if they can do it again. Kay looking, going to whip it out to the right side, left side I should say, and that's incomplete. Nehemiah was the target.
Just a bit on the outside, and Kay, you could tell operation-wise, he has to move a little bit quicker than he wants to, just because of the speed from everybody on defense. This entire defense is fast.
We talked about it. Perry's defense not getting a lot of credit for the season they've had, too. The offense obviously gets all the hit clippings and headlines for scoring 36 a game and the different playmakers and everyone that steps up, but the defense allowing less than a touchdown per game has been impressive, too. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Handoff inside, rolling back out to the outside. Solid carry, targeting the corner, and a gain of a solid chunk for Chagrin. That'd be number 29, I believe.
Number 28 with the carry.
Looked like 29, Ben Cohen, but he's the kicker. So if he's taking carries.
I think it was 28.
Yeah.
We do not have a name on for 28.
28 on the run, so we're going to call him by the number for now. We'll try and talk to some coaches maybe at halftime, figure that out. So 3rd and short for the Tigers. Okay, looking, throwing, and low and outside. Couldn't complete that pass. Looking for 87 there. We have that number, Brady DeVito, the tight end.
Yeah.
And could not make the completion, so it's going to be 4th and short, and now this is a little bit different than where they were the previous 2 4th downs they converted. You got a little bit more distance to go here.
Yeah, play field position right now. You know, it would be easier to maybe make the call if it was 4th and 1, but would it be a 4th and 4, you know, just punt and go from there.
Looks like Bazone maybe switched numbers. I think we had him earlier. Running there, so yep, they got him another one, so he's actually moving to 28.
Yeah, 28, yep.
All right, so that makes sense. Blood on jersey, okay. Thank you, appreciate it. Again, as that ball's punted out, dribbling down to the 40 and out of bounds. As Richards couldn't get his hands on it, so that's where Perry will take over on offense with the football.
Yeah, that was near danger for Perry. I mean, because, you know, once you touch a live ball, Richards almost had to survive there, like scoop that ball out of bounds and just go. So just to be clear, Bazone is now number 28. There was blood on his original number 2 jersey.
Which you're going to be able to see with those whites on. So
yeah, so
he's
they switched that out. He is now number 28, Chagrin Falls.
From Amari Cooper to Joe Mixon, just like that. 1st and 10 for the Perry Pirates at their own 40. 10 minutes to go in this first half. Moses dropping back, looking, taking a shot down the field. He's got Richards. It's caught. What a play. Braden Richards.
What a football thrown by Moses.
35 yards for a first down. Moses with a great ball, and what a catch.
Just incredible. And a wonderful football. I think Moses, as far as quality of football being thrown in his passes, one of the best in our conference.
Definitely is. The Studio gets to carry on the left side, cuts back, and gets through some tackles. He's still on his feet. Jaden Studio breaking through and getting, I believe, a first down.
And now the confidence is building. You can almost get the sense here for Perry right now. You know when you're in the zone at work, like, hey, I got this. I'm one of the best at this, and let's get right into it.
You should talk about yourself like that, Double A.
Absolutely. It's in operation mode. You're moving.
So actually going to say that Studio stepped out. He was just short of that first down marker. Give him about 9.5 yards. Studio 5 carries, 28 on the night so far. Braden Richards with that solid catch, too, to set up Perry in some great field position with 9 minutes to go in this first half. Moses in the shotgun again. He's going to roll to his right, looking, throwing, caught. Richards again, he turns the corner, try to cut back outside, and Richards will go out of bounds inside the 10 for a Perry first down.
His ability to stay in bounds makes it frustrating for the defense. Makes it very frustrating because you think you made the right play. His footwork for Richards, who is, again, Mr. Everything. He literally, whatever you need of Richards to do offensively and defensively, he flat out can do. And his footwork, just seen on that last play, just incredible to keep that balance. A lot of receivers will go out of bounds.
Yep. Be first and goal for Perry, trying to make this a 3-score game. Richards in motion. Looking, throwing outside, tipped and incomplete. And pass to the outside for Perry was intended for Dane Pike, who couldn't bring it in. First incompletion of the game for Moses.
Newmeyer there, just getting the deflection, the speed, just getting that tip there. Good for Chagrin. This is a test here. This will determine literally the full direction of this game.
Maybe a handoff inside. Studio works his way in for the score. Untouched. Jaden Studio, 7 yards. Flag coming in late. Some chippiness. You see Studio just kind of carving his way through the middle there, Double A. Untouched for 6, but a flag did come down. We'll see what this is. Usually it's unsportsmanlike, and seeing the offense still jogging off the field, I expect that to be the case, which could be enforced on the kickoff.
Yeah, we'll see what the
official ruling is here.
Dead ball foul. The penalty on the kickoff.
And that should be the case there. It looks like it was in the area of unsportsmanlike conduct, so Ontarian will line up the extra point. Transfer from Spain.
Amazing.
The kid's got a boot, too. He can kick it. And almost gets someone blocked, but doesn't matter. That kick is up, and it is good. Sacker Star across the Atlantic and knocking extra points here for us here in beautiful Perry, Ohio. Score now 21-3, I should say, here on CVC TV. The Perry Pirates on top of the Chagrin, again, Falls Tigers, ChagrinValleyConference.com. And yeah, Double A to this point, Perry's been able to capitalize on all 3 of their offensive drives. Chagrin just struggling to really move the ball in that last one. The first 2, they were able to make some plays. The last drive, the first time, Perry's defense really clamped down.
Yeah, and it's just the speed and just, it's a 3-down effort. In all 3 drives, Chagrin has had positive plays. And even in the last drive, when it was a 3-and-out, they had a positive second down with the run by Bazone. But at this rate right now, you have to wonder, with the roster size, the lack of roster size at the moment, with the number of injuries, depth is now going to become, you can't run from it, it's going to become a major issue for this Tigers team, because there's just so much speed on the Pirates side of the ball, both sides.
And they can go 2 to 3 deep with that speed too, Double A, and just the ability. We see it all throughout that program.
They're rotating Kyle Perry. They're rotating 3 or 4 guys a play.
As the kickoff is back, and a little bit of misdirection there. And a big return breaking through to midfield for Chagrin. Niemeyer got down to about the 50-yard line. Remember that penalty drove Perry back a bit further. And a big kick from Tristan Sexton didn't matter because Niemeyer was able to return it. This is a chance for Chagrin Falls here, Double A, to try and find something, again, an offense with great starting field position. They kind of need a score here to keep this game close and keep the pressure on Perry to try and keep their offense going.
I almost want to see Chagrin take a shot. Take a shot, first play. Take a shot. Take a shot right down.
This is like Babe Ruth pointing to the bleachers on
Well,
right.
I think they have the ability to pull it off here. Now again, you got 3 safeties lined up on the backside, but take the shot.
We'll see it. McKay actually going to pitch it out. And that ball's through, and they're going to say it's a fumble. It's picked up by Perry. Pitch back to Studio. What a play. Pitched it back. A flag comes in late. Not sure what the flag is, but what a play. Let's unravel that one a little bit. Again, you see the pitch back out. The ball's incomplete. It's a backwards pass. It's picked up by number 2, Chiappone. He actually pitches it back to Studio, who ran it through into the end zone. The play.
Chagrin tried to get the big play. They try to get the big play.
Unbelievable. And not sure what the flag was. Maybe unsportsmanlike conduct. It's Chiappone with an unbelievable fumble return there, and just pitched it back to Studio, who ran it in for 6.
Yeah, well.
Wow.
49 yards on the total fumble recovery.
I think are they picking up the flag, or is it still?
I've seen it picked up.
No plays a touchdown. We had unsportsmanlike conduct on the return team, number 1. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
And they're going to call that penalty on Studio for unsportsmanlike conduct. He's got to be careful. You get a couple of those per game. I think Studio was turning around trying to see if the play was still alive, I think, honestly, too, because he wasn't sure. But going to call on sportsmanlike conduct. Kick is up, and that one is also through the uprights and good. So play stands.
Yeah, it does.
And Perry's defense, we talked about how good they've been all season. Well, capitalizing on a mistake from Chagrin Falls, now lead 28-3 on the 49-yard fumble return for a touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you what. Chagrin tried to take a shot. they tried. They tried to take a shot, tried to get a trick play going. Unfortunately, not able to get the handle. You saw the replay that we showed a couple seconds ago. Just the speed. There was a defender coming right at him, right at him. And that caused the fumble with the backwards pass. And this Perry team took full advantage, absolutely full advantage. So they get the score.
Yeah. Well, momentum is kind of shifting now, big time Double A's. Again, that ball's going to be moved back again to about the 25-yard line. That's where Perry's going to kick it off at the unsportsmanlike conduct. We saw Studio run into the end zone, and at the end of the run, he turned around, almost like he thought the play was going to be blown dead before he got in there. Another flag coming down.
Yeah.
And got to wonder if that's Studio again, possibly. He's got to be careful. Couple personal fouls, and he could be in some.
Foul, unsportsmanlike against the Perry bench, 15 yards prior to the kickoff.
So I wonder if do they move the kickoff back even further here, Double A, or do they keep them half the distance to the goal? Makes sense. The 25-yard line, so that ball's going to move all the way back, I believe, to the 13, 14-yard line.
Yeah.
This is going to be the longest kickoff I think we've seen as far as distance-wise moved back, maybe all season. And now they're actually going to put him at about the 17-yard line. I'm bad at math. Maybe you can help me with that at some point.
I think, well, if you go by average. If you go by average.
Carry the one. All right.
I mean, we're close to, what's the pie for, go ahead, call the play. I give up.
Sexton with the kick. Going to be returned. Here comes Niemeyer across midfield down to a 46-yard line of Perry. So again, a gift. Solid field position for the Tigers still. And 25-point game, but a chance for Chagrin Falls to try and put a drive together and get some more points on the board here, Double A.
Absolutely. And remember, the last drive started with the 49-yard line. Started right there. So Chagrin again has the opportunity to push. I'm a little bit more focused on Perry's side right now. You had a couple of moments here just now where you felt, you didn't feel right, in terms of how things might have been called. So how do you handle that kind of adversity, get your way back in? You can slam the door shut right here, right now. They have to be focused in.
And so let's see what Kay can do. He's going to hand off inside. Now Pizzone, ball is out, and that is going to be Perry football.
That's how you respond.
Oh my goodness.
That is how you respond. Go right in there, lowest man to the ground, get that football out, and pounce, and get the football right back.
Now, just like that, 2 fumbles on back-to-back offensive plays for Chagrin Falls, and then the Perry defense stepping up. The Perry offense, another chance to come out here and try and put 6 more on the board.
2 straight drives where Chagrin had great field position, could not move a single yard.
And Moses going to look, throwing across the middle. He's got a receiver. It's Savone, dropped it in and out of his hands, incomplete. Coverage there by Quinn Barger, but he was beat. Savone had him, and the ball was right on the money by Moses. You talk about those beautifully thrown balls, but Savone just couldn't bring it in.
I think right now, Kyle, I think everyone needs to calm down.
Oh,
It's been a very emotional last couple of minutes, maybe last minute.
tell you what,
You're
they took a
just-
shot. Perry not shying away from the big play at all right now. They're going for it.
Man, those are shots you got to take, you know.
That was
develop
6
that in your
points.
mind. Yeah, absolutely.
That was 6 points that way.
Absolutely.
Again, as it's now 2nd and 10, 8:14 to go in the first half. Richards in motion. Studio going to get the ball in a handoff, breaking right, cutting back to the left. Studio switching directions, turns upfield. Jaden Studio still on his feet, past the first down. Give him 12 and move the chains for Perry.
That kid is a beast. That kid is a beast. And just that play should have been like a 2-yard loss. And his speed to be able to cut back, to be able to find a gap, the blocking was spectacular. You know, there on the run and the cutback. And the cool thing is, this offensive line, they know how to block for their guys. They know, hey, you know, if Jada Studio's back there, you're going to have to block a little bit longer. You may have to turn a little bit differently. They know that anything goes.
And that's a first down, and looks like a timeout's going to come down on the field by the Tigers. It's their first of the half.
Good timeout for them.
Yeah, time to just kind of collect themselves a little bit and figure things out, of course. I want to remind you, too, the presenting sponsor for CVC TV, of course, is the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Doctors Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. What are their specialties, AA? Well, I'll tell you. Dental surgery, implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. Probably should give these guys a call because my smile could use a bit of an upgrade. For all your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website. Of course, you can go to www.ohsurgery.com. Of course, thank you for your support of the Chagrin Valley Conference and CVC TV. Got the face for radio, as a lot of people would say. So there you go. Wisely leaving his mic off the entire time when I was talking.
I ain't got nothing to say there.
The good news is we both do. The difference is you're actually on the radio.
Hey, man. We're a multimedia business.
Oh, my goodness. When they put a camera in the booth with us, that's when you know you're in trouble, folks.
Oh,
that's
man.
all I'm going to say.
Please make sure you bring lighting. For me.
Yeah, I stick out like a sore thumb, unfortunately. Look for the big goofy guy in the booth. First down and 10. Moses throwing to the outside. It is caught. Solid play on the outside. I believe that's Pike.
Mm-hmm.
Dane Pike moving the chains for a first down.
Yeah, he's getting the work in as well. The sophomore receiver, 5'8". He's been making a few plays here, you know, getting the action in. So, again, just Coach Getz was developing the young guys. He was excited talking to you this yesterday, Kyle. He was excited to get some of these young guys involved in the game plan.
Definitely, as Richards in motion, he's going to take the handoff. Braden Richards turning left side, back up the field, cuts in. Richards still on his feet, turns inside, still going. Richards, touchdown. Braden Richards would not stop. What a run on the end around by Braden Richards. Look at this replay, folks. You see again, Ives taking the ball at about his 25, turning upfield. Bunch of tacklers there. He just keeps going.
I thought he was going to lose the ball right there.
Spin cycle. He did lose the ball at the end, but he crossed the plane first. So Richards puts him on the board again.
I know it's a different sport. I know there's a different announcer who says this, but hand down, man down.
Ugh.
That run right there, that is a man's man run there.
The extra point is up, and it is good for Ontarian. So now 35-3. Perry on top. Braden Richards tonight, in case you're keeping track at home, 3 catches, 47 yards, 2 carries, 50 yards, and that 24-yard score. I mean, every time we call a game with Braden Richards, he just makes a big play after big play. It's phenomenal to watch. We know about the quarterback in Moses, 7 of 9, 135 yards and 2 throwing touchdowns. Jaden Studio averaging 7 yards a carry and a touchdown too. This Perry offense is geared up for postseason play.
Yeah, and it's just amazing. We've watched this team. Relatively speaking, this is a young team still. We've watched this team. We've covered their games the last few years here on CVC TV. Watched them grow up in front of our eyes and watched them significantly get better year after year after year. And Perry, they're at the top of Division 5, reaches 17 for a reason. And they have as much shot as anybody to make a deep run in these playoffs.
They're up there.
They're that good.
With the Avons, with the different groups in that top 15 or 20 in the, again, Cleveland.com polls too. They're making those big moments. But Coach Ngesevich kind of keeping that all in perspective for him as the return comes now from Chagrin Falls. And turning inside on the return, I believe was Cole Dugas. Nope, that was Niemeyer. We actually got that one. Dugas and Niemeyer both do the kick return duties for the Tigers. Niemeyer gets back out to cross the 30 to about the 32-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take back over.
So the last 2 plays for Chagrin.
Turnovers.
Both fumbles. Both fumbles. One the backward pass that led immediately to the score. The other one was just a simple run, ball popped out, fumble. Coach Scott talked about this for Chagrin. They're facing themselves. They're looking for a clean football game, and they have to essentially just ensure a clean drive here.
And so Jacob Kay in the shotgun going to drop. He's going to roll to his right. He's under pressure. Kay looking. Kay going to take off, turn the field, and get a couple of yards. Maybe he had some more space, but taking a smart play, not getting hit, he'll get a solid 3 to 4 yards, but he could have been set for a loss there.
You'll take it. You'll take it, right? You just want a positive play. If you're Chagrin, considering how the last 2 plays went, don't go. Even if you think it's there, don't go for the hero ball play immediately at this moment. Get the rollout, go out of bounds, look to find another down.
Now build some time of possession too. Have the ball for a little bit here. Make the defense for Perry work. I mentioned that he had back plays before that were turnovers. Kay gonna keep it himself, rolling out to the right. This time he takes a hit. Kay gets smacked. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, and I'm being generous here. He may have actually lost a yard or 2 on the play.
Boy, they fly to the football. I thought Chagrin, their lineman, I thought he made the block, and then I was wrong. Right there, the speed there for Perry.
The more you see it, Double A, the more you kind of convince yourself, and the more Perry convinces you that they're going to be a team that can make some noise in these playoffs, if not maybe talk about being over at Tom Benson Stadium when it's all said and done.
Absolutely, and Coach Getz was talked about like hey, you want to talk playoffs like the players want to talk playoffs? All right, let's roll out some tape with some of the contending teams and see what you may have to face in a few weeks.
Okay, going to throw the ball outside. That one is caught and brought down immediately by Studio.
What a tackle.
Jaden Studio not letting anything happen with there. The ball was pitched out there to Castelluccio, who had that big catch earlier in the first half, and he had no room to run.
Man, what a tackle. Just set his feet right there, just in one motion. Arms wrapped to ensure that he was going to make the play. It wasn't style points. He just went out there and got the job done.
That's going to force another punt. And it's going to be Cole Dukas who will knock the ball away for the Chagrin Falls Tigers that have just not been able to stop this Perry offense tonight. 5:20 to go in this first half. 35-3 the score. Dukas going to launch that one. It's down the sideline and takes a positive bounce and will roll out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. That's where Perry and their offense will take over.
I would like to see Savon, if you're not going to take the return, which is smart to do, get away from the football. Get away. You don't want that football to mysteriously hit your feet, make it alive. You don't want, because maybe you get away with it against certain teams, but yeah, once you get, you're thinking next level here if you're Perry. If you're facing a playoff contending team, if that happens in the playoffs, the other team's going the other way and scoring. You get away from the football.
Yeah, Moses going to hand off on the right side. Solid carry at the middle, near a first down. And that is, again, the freshman, Carter Hopkins, who gets the carry.
Again, getting these young guys in there, getting them involved. And I'll tell you what, number 23, well, if you wear number 23, you need to be ready to play.
He's a freshman, Carter Hopkins, and he got 9.
He needs to be ready to play.
Yeah, so far he's got 1 carry for 9 yards, so I think he's pretty good to go. We'll take 9 yards carry on average for him as it's 2nd and short coming up for the Pirates. And off inside, I believe that may have been Hopkins again, and it was. And he got the first down, so give Carter Hopkins a first down, gain of a couple, and he moved the chains.
Push it through, making things happen. And that's what we want to see. We want to make things happen. Chagrin, though, this is an opportunity here defensively. Forming a drill here. You know, you make the stop. It's going to say a lot about the character of this team. They can go ahead and execute here in these last 4 minutes. Of course, we say that. You got to watch over the top as well.
And speaking of which, here comes Moses. He's looking. He's going to run it. Moses cutting back inside, turning upfield, and down just at about midfield for a gain of about 6.
He was looking downfield. He was checking the downfield a little bit there. Didn't like his initial read. Took off there, got a few yards. Walter Moses. Very important there. You defensive backs there for Chagrin. You're Stevens, number 21. You're back there. You know, a few other guys there as well. Containment.
Out. Yep, Studio going to throw to the right side. Left side, that one's caught. And that should be a first down. Solid play on the outside. That's Pike again. Dane Pike with the big catch and a first down.
Dane Pike making some plays. We mentioned his name about 4 or 5 times already tonight.
Handoff Studio, breaking left. He gets stopped. No, still on his feet. Studio should have lost a yard there, but he bursts through, keeps the low center of gravity, and gets a couple.
That's fight right there. That's fight. Now, you know, that's a play where normally McCoon would have probably been subbed in and been that second back, that change of pace back. Again, not being used on offense to save the snap count for the playoffs. So Studio's getting a little bit of that extra work. The crazy thing, though, Kyle, is that because Perry has had running clock football games every game except for the Kirtland game, they've been able to preserve their guys for most of the year.
Of course, we know time's ticking and some big matchups the last couple of weeks, but Perry thinking about postseason too, at least coaching staff is. Players are keeping their heads on as that ball is going to be overthrown. Savon was the intended target on the outside. A rare overthrow from Walter Moses, who's now 8 for 11 on the night for 140 yards and 2 scores.
Absolutely. Another big test here for Chagrin coming up here on this third down. A team, same division as Perry. Chagrin Falls, unofficially, they are the 13th seed coming in. So obviously tonight is going to be tough, but build some momentum the next 2 games. They're looking at winning those games to secure a playoff spot.
For the first time in a decade, is Moses going to drop back. It's going to be a pitch play up to Studio, who dove and made the catch, but it's high school. You're down as soon as you touch the turf there.
Good call. Yeah, if this was the National Football League, Studio would have got right back up and zipped down the sideline, but can't do that in high school.
Yep, so that's going to be a loss at 2. So 4th down and about 10. We'll see what Perry does here with 1:50 to go in this first half. It looks like Moses and company are coming back out. I could be wrong, but I believe Moses does handle punting as well for Perry, so could just kind of see the look. If he doesn't like it, he can take a few more steps back and have Studio block for him, and he can punt it away. We'll see what happens, but maybe just go for it here with the lead, and they will. Moses looking, stepping up, brought down. Moses was sacked there. Big Bazone got that there. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Charlie Bazone making a play as the linebacker there. See him running the ball a lot, but Bazone makes the sack, and second sack of the night for Chagrin Falls. That's going to be a turnover on downs, and again, solid field position for the Tigers to close out this first half.
That was a test there for Chagrin. As I said, at the 4-minute mark. We have 4 minutes here to make the stop, prevent Perry from getting in the end zone, moving down the field, and Perry tested Chagrin. And Chagrin, Bazone, 28, making a play. And Chagrin has an opportunity here. 85 seconds to go before half. They have an opportunity to get back on the scoreboard.
Imagine you want a big couple plays here if you're Coach Scott and company. Is Kay going to take the snap? Studio breaking through under pressure, and Jaden Studio with the sack. He's got the technical fumble return for a touchdown after the pitch back, and now a sack for the first time tonight.
He screamed right past his blocker. Jacob Kay had no chance.
And that's going to be a timeout, I believe, called by Chagrin.
That's our second of the half.
Be their second timeout. They're going to have one more remaining with 1:07 to go in this first half here at Alumni Stadium in Perry, Ohio. CVC TV game of the week. 35-3 to score. The Perry Pirates on top of the Chagrin Falls Tigers. And the Tigers just trying to weather the storm here and get on the scoreboard one more time before we head into halftime.
Yeah, they definitely they have the opportunity to do so. This is a good time now. If you're a Chagrin Valley Conference fan, chagrinvalleyconference.com. Playoff races going on all throughout the conference. As teams try to secure their spots in the playoffs. So, hard to believe, week 8 of the season. And, we get to a Halloween weekend. That's first weekend of the playoffs. And I believe all the playoff games up until the state finals will be played on Friday nights this year.
How about that?
Across the state of Ohio.
Question is, are both of these teams going to be in the playoff mix when it's all said and done? Chagrin, of course, right now sitting at 3-4. Still a chance. They can find a way to win those last 2 games to try and squeak in as one of the lower seeds in the region here in Division 5. Late sub coming in, that's going to be, I believe, a delay of game as McQuinn Barger couldn't make it in time.
Double zeros. And here at this stadium, Alumni Stadium, you do have the play clocks in the corners of the end zones.
So we'll move it back 5 yards and try again. And Kay in that shotgun. Dropping back, going to set up for a screen. It is caught by Bazone. He turns upfield and gets maybe a 3 to 4 yards. Not much going on there, and again, bringing the pressure was Perry. They want to get that ball out quick, and they did for a short game.
And Chagrin, not a bad play call. You try the screen play, try to offset the aggressiveness of Perry. The problem is, though, is that Perry defensively is very disciplined.
Okay, trying to move here, rolling out to his right. He's under pressure, throwing incomplete. Coverage on the outside by Chiappone. So it's going to be 4th down and long. Okay, tonight 6 for 14, 68 yards. And Perry's defense just playing phenomenal too on the outside. That big play, remember that 39-yard pass completion that led to the 3 points. The only points on the board so far for the Tigers since that moment. It's been a pretty good job by the Perry defense to lock things down and really not show any life to the Tigers.
Yeah, and Perry runs a 3-3-5 defense, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive backs, and you utilize your speed. That's literally how you operate that defense.
So you punt, and that ball is straight up. See where it drops, and if it rolls, no, it's going to take a bounce. Solid play there on the outside.
That was good reach.
I'll tell you what. That was 85 again, the tight end. Aiden Beresford. Yeah, well, when you're 6'3",
yeah,
you get there pretty high and make that play. So he saved some yards on the punt. 29 seconds to go in this first half. Imagine that Perry probably will take a knee here. Maybe I could be wrong. We'll see what happens. But trying to get into the locker room at halftime healthy as the score is what it is right now, 35-3 with Perry on top.
I will say this, though. After what we saw at Ashtabula a week ago, don't go anywhere because halftime is coming up.
Yep. That's a good thing.
And halftime was it was electric last week at Ashtabula Lakeside.
This is again Moses going to throw. Looking over the middle, it is caught. It's Richards who spins up, still on his feet. Braden Richards going to turn to the right corner. Braden Richards goes out of bounds at the 20. Oh, spoke too soon. 18 seconds left. 40 yards on the throw and catch to Braden Richards.
Now this is different because if that play obviously was unsuccessful, you're going into the halftime break 35-3. Now you get that play, you make it, Richards goes out of bounds, you save the timeout, and all of a sudden, Perry working on, what, a 30-second drill to try to get in the end zone?
But the right guy to throw to. Richards now 4 catches, 87 yards. He's got 50 yards rushing and a touchdown, too. Moses, low snap. He's going to recover. Looking, he is brought down. The Tigers not wasting any time getting back there. Timeout, I believe, going to be called by Perry.
Yeah, Coach Guess was immediately called time after the sack.
Now pick your poison there.
That's the first of the half.
Cole Dukas back there, as well as J.J. Babbitt. A couple different players. For Chagrin Falls, able to just, I think that sack should be split up 5 different ways because it was the entire defensive line.
You wish. Good effort on Chagrin's part, but that was only the first time out there for Perry.
Ain't the time here.
See there on our score bar, at the bottom of the screen there. So you got an opportunity here. You work on different strategies and put the pedal to the metal. Still first half, and Perry has the opportunity. So another test for both teams, another test for Chagrin. Try to keep Perry out of the end zone. Got Richards in the lined up in the quarterback position.
Yeah, running some Wildcat here. Studio in motion. Gonna circle around and head back. Richards running an option plays and to keep it himself. Braden Richards turning inside, getting down to about the 25. And a timeout going to be called again by Perry. They still got one more left.
Timeout, Perry. This is their second of the
Richards
half.
got about 6 yards on the carry.
We'll see if they're. We'll see what they decide to do.
And they do have a kicker that can run that one up pretty far.
Right. They could kick the field goal if they want.
Some good experience for the playoffs too, because you're imagining those games are going to get close. Maybe you have to utilize your kicker that you brought in from Spain. So an opportunity maybe to see him kick one, or do you take another shot if you're this offense?
Or do you go to Sexton, number 84, as the kicker as well?
And a senior, of course, doing the kickoff duties tonight. Does he have an opportunity to line up one for him too? They kind of have 2 kickers, which is nice, double A, when you talk about Sexton and Ontarian.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Sexton is the senior, so he may get some opportunities, but looks like maybe Braden Richards is going to come back out, and they're going to just do another Wildcat formation here. Now, Richards can throw the ball too. Just want to point that out. His studio again in motion. And it's going to be a fake pitch. Richards going to look. Richards still looking. He's going to throw. It's to the end zone. It's up, and it is in and out of the hands of his receiver. He was looking for Trent Taylor in the back of the end zone. Too high. And with that, we go to halftime. The score 35-3. The Perry Pirates on top of the Chagrin Falls Tigers here on CVC TV. Enjoy the halftime festivities, folks. Back with your first half stats and second half action coming up. Welcome back in, folks. What a halftime, couple bands, even a professional wrestler on the sideline at one point. I didn't know John Cena was going to fly into Northeast Ohio for this. He's still down there.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Well, I'll tell you what, John, I could see you because you were walking really slow. He's aged a little bit.
Why are you roasting John Cena
Yeah, why not?
on a high school broadcast?
He showed up.
He did.
I thought I wasn't going to be able to see him.
Yeah.
Turns out he was here.
He was. That was Perry delivering on the field and at halftime.
Tell you what. Senior night, 35-3 the score. The Perry Pirates on top of the Chagrin Falls Tigers here on CVC TV. And it has been all Perry Pirates to this point. What a first half. 286 yards of total offense, no turnovers. Those 35 points. And I'll tell you what, it was a great half for the big three of this Perry team on offense and defense. Walter Moses, the quarterback, 10 of 13, 178 yards and 2 scores. But Braden Richards, another fantastic half of play. 3 carries, 56 yards and a touchdown. 4 catches for 87 yards for Richards as well. He almost threw a touchdown at the end of that first half, too. Almost did everything, literally. And then Jaden Studio, 8 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown and hit a sack on defense. All 3 of those guys going to be big keys to Perry's postseason run. But tonight, making their presence felt again, too.
Yeah, they're focusing on tonight and focusing in on taking full advantage of turnovers. This game was relatively close for the first, 60% of the first half. And then you had, Chagrin trying to go perhaps flea flicker, whatever it was. And they had a backwards pass. Perry went all the way to the other side, and they scored there. And then the next offensive possession, fumble, led to a Perry score. So these guys, don't let this discourage you. They are jumping around right now. They are hyped. They got a full crowd on the home side here, and it's just been incredible. The student section is in full force. They're dressed in all pink here tonight around the student section, and man, the vibes. Man, you should see. I don't know if these guys know that this game is on. They're on CVC TV right now, but we are getting their dance moves as we speak. Right here, right now.
Hey, when's homecoming? Is it already passed for these guys, or what's going on? This is good practice if it hasn't. Really impressive. We should start calling some names, too. How about Tomasic out there, number 10, doing his thing, Studio doing some dancing?
They'll figure it out.
45 down there.
This is incredible.
Chris Bezic, he's one of the program kids, too. He's going to get some action probably in the second half, 45 down there doing some dancing.
I'll tell you what, though.
Double A up here dancing.
Man, I'll tell you what. This is a kid's game. At the end of all this is a kid's game. You're all here to have a good time, have fun, and they're doing just that. The Perry Pirates, this is an incredible atmosphere.
And I want to say Perry should be getting the ball to start the second half. Because remember, Chagrin did get that first half kickoff to start the game. Went down the field and had a 4 and outs, turnover on downs. That led to Perry's first score. They haven't looked back since. Remember, Double A, it was 7-3 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
But Perry decided to roll off 28 consecutive points in that second quarter to build this lead to where it is now up by 32 as we get ready for that second half kickoff. And again, Pirates just not looking back.
And they took advantage of those turnovers. And a story worth mentioning here, we typically don't mention the running clock rule on our broadcast, but it is worth mentioning that Perry has had running clock games every game for the exception of the Week 3 Kirtland game on their schedule.
And that being said, that means we could see some different players here in the second half for Perry. Coach Gesovich telling us going to see some things change a little bit. The ball shot down and fielded by the Pirates. Turning back upfield and brought down just past 35 to the 37-yard line, I believe. So Xavier Jackson, I think, that actually made that play.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there, Kyle.
Didn't need my binoculars for that one, Double A. How about that?
There you go. There you go. And for those unfamiliar with the running clock rule, starts in the second half. If there's a 30-point advantage, the running clock goes into effect. If Chagrin happens to score and cut into the 30-point lead, the running clock does stop.
So it looks like Walter Moses is back out there with Studio. And a handoff to Jaden Studio. He cuts up the middle. Jaden Studio pushing through, still on his feet to the other 45, down to the 44. Jaden Studio picking up right where he left off in that first half.
And he's initiating the contact. He's going out there and he's shooting right through the gap. And, you know, he's not going down until he physically cannot stay on his feet any longer. And just he has the leg strength to do it. And the advantage that Perry has that Chagrin Falls does not have coming into this game, they're able to substitute multiple guys in and out every play.
Also, 1st and 10 on the other 45-yard line. Surprised Moses is still in the game here along with Studio, but he's going to roll out. Moses looking to pass, cuts back, still looking. Moses going backwards, makes a man miss, throwing down the sideline. It is caught. Moses to Savan. Solid gain.
Well, I think what you want to see, you know, you still need the operations coming out of halftime, and you still need the conditioning too. Like if you have these running clock games, yes, you have fresh legs, but you know, at some point, you're going to have to play, you know, in the third and in the fourth quarter. You're going to have to play multiple minutes and have that conditioning. And you cannot repeat game speed in practice. You can try, and you can try your best effort, but it's nothing like game speed. So operation coming out of halftime is what you want to see.
Well, hand off to Studio up the middle again. Jaden Studio turning upfield, still on his feet. Bubbling through, not going down, staying up inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Wow, 19 yards for Jaden Studio.
Oh, my goodness. What can you say? Again, the efforts up front, offensive line, just putting in work. Man.
A phenomenal night for Jaden Studio. 88 yards on the ground on just 10 carries, almost 9 yards per carry for Studio tonight.
And he's getting extra work, of course, with McCoon not playing on the offense.
Yep, Studio again, breaking right, cuts out, still on his feet, working through and eventually swung down. Solid tackle on the outside. That was big number 70, Duncan Scott, who got in there. You heard his name called a few times tonight. Scott, the senior, in his own right, making a play.
Yeah, he's been making plays out there on the field, and good on his part to stay on the attack. Studio could have easily bounced that on the outside, and he's trying to set up the stiff arm. And Duncan Scott, big man number 70, able to stay on that play and make it, force a loss of 3.
Yep, so 2nd down and long. As we approach the 8-minute mark in the third quarter here. Braden Richards in motion. Richards going to get the end around. Here comes number 12. Richards breaking to the outside, cuts through and gets a solid gain of 5 to 7 yards there.
There you go, kid. Good solid blocking on the perimeter on the outside. Now we got a 3rd down situation, and we're going to see here, get first drive of the second half. If Chagrin Falls can make the stop, maybe kind of build some confidence from the defensive side, go from there. But Perry trying to operate. One of the things they're probably looking at right now, they were unable to score before the end of the half. They want to punch this into the end zone, have a successful drive. 5
yards to a first down here. They can get it before scoring. Ball thrown wide open, receiver is caught, and it is touchdown. How about that? Quick throw, quick catch, quick touchdown on the outside for Savan. Savan is 2nd of the game.
Found a look. Perry spread everyone out, and Moses found a one-man in the corner of the end zone that was wide open.
3rd touchdown pass of the night. And for Perry, extra point is up, and
it was blocked.
It was blocked, no good. Sexton tried to put it through his first attempt. He couldn't get it through, so now the score 41-3. The Perry Pirates on top. That's Chagrin Falls here on CVC TV.
I believe that was Cole Dukas that got in there for the block. So, I mean, these are things, first off, excellent drive on Perry's side of things. Just excellent, just down the field and scoring. you're losing like this on the Chagrin Falls side. Coach Scott over there, he's looking and seeing, okay, game's not going our way. Who's going to make those effort plays late in the game? Who's still in it? Who's still committed to the fight? And you love seeing, somebody like number 3, Cole Dukas, getting in there, getting the block, those little plays. You want to see that because that builds momentum, into these last 2 regular season games for Chagrin Falls.
I've seen that from the younger guys too. Duke is just a junior, so he's got a chance to build off this season too. Line drive kick is up and it will be returned. Speaking of Dukas, there he goes. Up to the 35, pushing forward and gets down just past the 35-yard line. So Cole Dukas with a solid return and decent starting field position for the Tigers. Their first possession on offense of the second half.
And Kyle, the one thing we say, field position has not been an issue.
No.
For Chagrin. Of all the problems, field position is not one of them. The problem is that the Perry defense has not allowed Chagrin to take any advantage of the field position.
Actually doing a little bit better than their season average. We talked about it in pregame. Perry gives up about 6.7 points per game if you're into decimals. So about 7 points a game.
Yeah.
They've only allowed 3 to this point. Okay, in the shotgun, and that looks like it's going to be offsides on the Pirates. So give them 5 more yards and a good start to the drive for the Tigers, able to get the Perry defense to jump off sides.
Yeah, Andrew Smith, number 50. It's like, I'm going to get that back.
He wanted that Miles Garrett win rate up the line there and try to jump off and get going, and just mistimed it by a little bit. So we'll redo that play on first down. And off up the middle. Big hit.
Oh, my goodness.
By Perry. They attack the ball on defense, don't they?
Yes, they do. They do.
Yeah, and that was Bazone who got the carry and maybe got a yard or 2 if that.
Saponi, number 2.
He's been all over the field too. Obviously got that fumble initially that ended up being a touchdown by Studio because he pitched it back.
Yeah.
Which was a fantastic heads-up play.
And he made the tackle again, from the safety position, just getting in there, just confident, making a play.
And dropping back. Looking, throwing, receiver there, and a hold at the end. No penalty called. Chaponi got away with one in there. Hold the arm of his receiver on the outside and ends up being a long completion.
And that was because the receiver was
a little too far away.
Well, it was too far away, but Newmere was wide open on the backside. He got caught. Got caught looking at the backfield.
Yep. And got away with that penalty too. No hold on that, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Let's see if Jacob K can work something here. Pass out to Nehemiah. He cuts back left and turns upfield for a first down.
Great play. Also good credit there to number 3, Cole Dukas, who, got the block. There was a screaming defender that was ready to make the open field tackle. Dukas was right there to get that screen and allow, the play to be made.
3rd catch of the night for Nehemiah and moves the chains. First down for Chagrin Falls near midfield. They've been around this area, as you mentioned, double A, a bunch of times tonight. Just have not been able to get into that end zone on the other side. Keeping himself, K breaking left. He's going to move through and get a solid gain.
And again, it's worth mentioning this Chagrin offense comes into today's game. They don't have their top tailback. They don't have their top receiver. Both out due to injuries, and they've had an excessive number of injuries. Now, unfortunately, they cannot play a JV game tomorrow because Chagrin simply does not have enough guys to dress due to injury. So they've had to adjust their game plan coming in tonight.
Okay, and the shotgun, Nehemiah in motion. Looking. Okay, going to toss one up again, taking a shot down the field, just out of the reach of his receiver. That was Dukas, who got to the outside and almost made the diving play, but now it's going to be 3rd down.
Oh, man. Yeah, they want that one back because they know that was going for 6.
Yeah, not like it trying. I tell you what, they're taking shots down the field. Just the ball just a little bit out of place little overthrown both times, and give credit where credit is due to Perry, making sure they're playing underneath so no ball's going to come back. They have to try and make the play over the top, and again, just have not been able to execute tonight on that long throw.
But I'll say this, though, over top, though, these DBs better be careful because they're being tested.
Now taking a throw, it's a quick slant, and that one is intercepted. It was intercepted on the outside. What a play by Perry.
I swear, I thought it was incomplete. I'm like, wait a minute. Wow, all these guys going the other way. That's incredible. But that's the story of the game. That play is the story of this game. Chagrin makes a huge push down the field. They build confidence. They get to the other end of the field. They have an opportunity. And then they get the football up.
Third turnover of the night. That one, Michael Niedzwiecki with the unbelievable interception, stole it.
We had holding number 45 on the returning team. That's 10-yard penalty from the spot of foul.
And there was a hold from Perry on the return on the interception, so we'll move the ball back a little bit here. But going to keep possession. Wow, what an interception there by the freshman, Niedzwiecki.
Incredible. Incredible.
When your freshmen are stepping up, you know you've got a pretty good team.
Well, it shows great leadership, and it shows the culture that they're building here and has been established here over the last few years where, A, you got to work hard in practice to get the opportunity to step out here on the field, but Coach Getzwitz is rewarding the guys who have worked hard in practice and getting their opportunities to play here tonight.
New quarterback in there now for Perry. McCoy Richards, sophomore, going to take the snaps. It's a handoff up the middle. Going to see some new players. We'll get you those names here shortly. And that was a run up the middle. You've heard that name before, though. Carter Hopkins with the carry.
Yeah, putting in work. There's also a couple of new faces as well on the offensive line. Brady Stevenson, number 73, one of those guys up front on that offensive line, getting some work.
Yeah, but our first look at the sophomore tonight, too, at quarterback, McCoy Richards. Got a guy like you can learn from, like Walter Moses. You don't mind that.
And Moses once was in this position as well. And, you know, he was getting reps as a freshman, you know, a couple years ago.
No, Richards looked like he was going to throw the ball and said he's going to take off. Look at Richards turning the corner and getting a first down.
Are you kidding me?
Looking like a carbon copy of Moses. Remember, he used to be the running quarterback. Now he can throw the ball with the best of them, and look at Richards moving the chains.
Absolutely, and just to think, you know, all those years ago, you know, you think back to the Florida Gators, Urban Meyer years ago, and, you know, he had a system in place, but he didn't have the right players, you know, to incorporate that, and you have your speed guy in there at quarterback to run those plays, and they can do that here all throughout. Now they're spreading out here.
They technically don't have to run a play here before the end of the third quarter, but they still might, and they will. We hand off back down the middle. Hopkins with the carry, and that's going to end the third quarter. The score 41-3. Perry on top of the Chagrin Falls Tigers here on CVC TV. We'll switch sides of the field and get ready for fourth quarter action. And WA, these moments for these younger guys, talk about the Hopkins and, again, obviously the Richards and the different linemen that are getting opportunities to play. This is huge.
Absolutely.
We know injuries happen. We know things happen, too. To get reps on Friday nights before playoff time on a really solid team is a big deal because it's going to matter later down the line.
And it's going to, and to your point, you're exactly right. You never know, too. You might be called upon to play in the playoffs, too.
Yeah, maybe a different look. The team hasn't seen too much film on you. Maybe coach wants to get you in there for a play or two to make a play. This is why you got the depth they have and why you like getting these reps.
And here's the other thing, too, and I think this is vital. Should Perry, if they go deep in the second season, if they go deep in the playoffs, if they go all the way, that's 6 weeks of postseason football. So, again, that's a half of another season. So these guys, for depth purposes, are going to be needed for reps.
Yeah, very much. Another solid run by Hopkins. Carter Hopkins turning the ball upfield and getting all the way down to the 32-yard line. 14 yards and a first down.
Again, You wear that number, you got to ball out. You wear that number, you got to put in work. And
there's nobody that's like been good at sports ever that wore 23. What are you talking about?
Nah.
Come on.
Nah, I can't think of any. But you gotta put it.
Definitely not Northeast Ohio. Right?
No, not here, not in Chicago.
No,
Don't worry about it.
No, not at all.
But 5'8", 160 pounds, freshman. That's the crazy thing. He's gonna gain more muscle.
Yeah, he's gonna get probably taller too. I'd imagine
Yeah.
a few more inches too. I mean, he's and learning from guys like Jaden Studio, Brighton Richards, who run the ball the way they do. Is the man in motion takes the handoff. That is Jimmy Ashburn. He turns inside and gets a positive gain of maybe 3 to 4 before he gets tackled. Another player we're going to see a little bit more of, as it looks like Studio and Braden Richards are going to be done for the day as well.
Yeah, he was trying to get the push. Hayden Norman, number 52, was trying to help push there on the line there, late in that play. So, when we talked to Coach Guesswitz before the game, you got this. I don't know about you, but I got the sense that he was actually looking forward to this part of the game.
He wanted to see how his young guys were going to do against a defense in Chagrin Falls that's keeping a lot of their starters out there. They don't have a choice. Whoever's out there is going to have to play because the roster size is so small. So you're going to get to see these guys with some good reps against some good players. Richards rolling out. Looking, throwing over the top. That ball is out of reach of his receiver. That's number 29 for Perry. Anthony Tretinelli was out there and just couldn't bring it in.
Man, that was close. Boy, he has speed as well. 5'4", 119 pounds, freshman. He's got to find him. I mean,
he threw it to him like he was 6'5".
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Third down and 7 coming up.
I understand it can be tough sometimes.
Just a bit. That's right. You have nothing. You are not vertically challenged.
Not at all.
Not one. Richards take the snap, hands up to Hopkins. He breaks through. Hopkins left side still on his feet, down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. Carter Hopkins.
This guy's good. This is good. But also, again, credit the offensive line, the newly offensive line creating the gaps. And that, look, if your offensive line is committed, they're going to make your skill guys look really, really good.
Yeah, I know everyone's also very concerned too, but don't worry, John Cena has left. He is en route to something else.
Oh,
he's got a busy schedule.
I'll take your report because I didn't see him.
Yeah, we appreciate his time. Definitely can't see him now. He's no longer here.
Okay.
Hand off again to Hopkins. This time brought down almost immediately in the middle. Big 75 in there. Sam Stauffer with a big stop there.
Yeah, good defense there. For Chagrin. And, this, again, their opportunity to build some confidence. I know, this night, it seemed like in a blink of an eye, because you mentioned that it was only 7-3.
At the end of the first quarter, we were talking about it being a game. Obviously, there was a third down conversion attempt that was going to be coming up for Perry at that moment, where if Chagrin gets that stop, we're talking about, again, probably still a one-possession game. But really, Perry just turning on the Jets, and they haven't looked back since that field goal. It has been phenomenal to watch.
There was like a 10-minute stretch where it was just emotional play after play.
It really was. That ball tipped in the air. It's live. No whistle called. Chagrin has the ball, and that was Dukas who gets the ball all the way down to near midfield. They're going to call it a fumble, and I believe, it's going to be Chagrin ball. Look at this. Ball off the helmets of Hopkins, and Dukas, right place, right time, turning up. Solid tackle.
They consider that a backwards pass?
Yeah, by Ashburn, who ended up making the play. If you talk about Jimmy Ashburn, if he wasn't there, that's going for 6.
Oh, my goodness. Good play there. Good replay we got there from our guys. And, that's just – got to finish the game, right?
Yeah. So some new faces in on defense, too, for Perry, as now Chagrin Falls tries to get on the board, try and get that end zone for the first time.
And we talk about it here, for a lot of times. Like, the score is what it is, but for the new guys that scored into the game, for them it's 0-0. Like, they're trying to get clean possessions and gain that momentum as well.
And Beresford in motion. Okay, rolling out to his right. Looking, throwing, incomplete. Just too low a pass. I believe he was looking for that big tight end Beresford. So Now Jacob K on the night, 7 of 19. The Perry defense just suffocating.
Yeah, and again, I mentioned before, I'm a big fan actually of K, Jacob K, number 9, quarterback. I've liked what I've seen, but yeah, the pressure has been there all night long, and he's been on the run throughout the night.
Well, when you're missing your top running back and wide receiver in the game, it's tough. You have to rely on some more guys, and obviously be able to make some plays, but just not enough. As K going to throw that ball's tipped, it's thrown up, and was it still caught?
Brought it in.
It was. What a play. I believe that was Nehemiah.
Again, that's your senior captain, still showing out.
To make those plays. 4th catch of the night for Nehemiah for 29 yards. He's got half of the completions from Jacob K. So 3rd down and manageable at 6 yards. K again in the shotgun. Quick throw to the outside. That one, I believe, is caught. Another 1st down. Solid throw and catch. Nehemiah again.
Good find. And they got a connection. They got that trust. And you mentioned, like, with the several number of injuries, Nehemiah is one of those guys that's still out there and, you know, has that time with Jacob K. Makes it tough, no matter what. Like, you try to go in there, you try to find that time. The hardest thing to adapt to is the timing.
It really is. Clock continues to tick down, just over 5 minutes to go in the ball game. K again in the shotgun, looking, going to take his time. Set up, now he's in a roll. K's got room to run. Breaking inside the 30 to 25, now 20, still on his feet, and gets thrown out of bounds, and actually takes it out of bounds himself inside the 20-yard line.
Remember, again, because there's a running clock, out of bounds, the clock still is rolling, but you have that big gap. With K, he was able to identify it and find it and get the 1st down.
Cool 19 yards on the carry for Jacob K. He's at 34 yards on the ground and 90 through the air tonight, as trying to get the Tigers into the end zone for the very first time. K again in the shotgun. He's in a roll, and K's going to keep it himself, turning inside. K to the 10 and brought down just inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Had a good opportunity, good game there and now. You know, this young Perry defense, they're getting tested right now. And the game speed, that's why you get those reps, you get the experience, because you look at the game speed like it's not the same as it is in practice. And a lot of these young guys, you know, they will be playing JV again. No JV game tomorrow. So this is their game right here. This is their opportunity.
Okay, again in the shotgun on 2nd and short. Going to look out. Going to throw. That ball tipped and incomplete. Solid coverage on the outside by number 4 for Perry. That's Chase Savant.
How about that?
Yeah, freshman. Yeah, they're just multiple generations of family members here.
Yeah, how about?
Talk about the Richards, talk about the Savants. I mean, it's crazy to see.
And that's how you learn, too. I mean, you see.
Big brother doing something, hey.
Yeah. Older brothers, older cousins, however it may be. And
that's what I do when I look at you when you broadcast.
Well, thank you.
He's your big brother.
Well, thank you.
Even though you're tiny.
You should take more notes. I'm kidding.
The notebook's full, buddy. Trust me. 3rd down and short. K going to keep himself, cutting outside, back inside. K dives, end zone, touchdown. Jacob K keeps it himself for the score, and just like that, the Tigers get on the board in the end zone for the first time tonight.
Big score for them, obviously. Building some confidence, momentum, and Jacob K, who's been under reverse conditions here tonight, had a very, very efficient drive, leading the Tigers down the field and getting their first touchdown on the board.
Okay, the sophomore quarterback getting some valuable experience too in these kind of moments where struggling is happening. Kick is up, and that is good. Christian Trudek knocks it through for the extra point. And the score now, 41-10. Perry on top with 2:34 to go in this 4th quarter. Of course, a reminder of our presenting sponsor for CVC TV, Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery. Drs. Keith Schneider, Don Lewis, and Jill Weber. Specialties for them include dental surgery and implants, corrective jaw and facial surgery, and trauma reconstruction. For all of your oral surgery needs, visit the Ohio Center for Oral, Facial, and Implant Surgery website, that being www.ohsurgery.com. Of course, thank you for your support of the Chagrin Valley Conference and CVC TV.
I know this game's almost over. We have to acknowledge the greatness of what we ate during halftime.
Yes, the pirate dog, which was absolutely phenomenal. Double A attacked it like he was a shark in a saltwater ocean with an injured sea lion just limping in front of him, swimming away. Like, it was phenomenal to watch, folks.
You want to tell them what was on this particular Perry dog?
Oh my goodness! Well, we had the ground meat, almost like kind of like the chili, the chili type meat.
Yes.
Had some salsa on there, had some cheese on there. There was jalapenos as an option. We decided not to.
We did not take that option
because we did have to call a second.
Yeah, we did not take that option. Although we were heavily encouraged to do so.
But of course, really appreciate the hospitality here at Perry and been great hosts. As the return coming by Chase Saban. He turns back up, still on his feet. Chase Saban cuts back inside.
You got
trying to make a
me.
play. It's in the family. Saban gets past the 40 down to the 44-yard line.
You know, when you see your young guys do that, I'm not kidding. When you see your young guys do that, like, that gets the whole sideline, it gets everybody excited, man.
And people in the booth cheering for him, too. Yeah, why not? Chase Saban with a solid return. That's going to set up 1st and 10 for Perry at their own 44-yard line. 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Perry going to improve Double A to 8-0 on the season. Talk about just the powerhouse they've been. It's hard to look at the entire landscape of Division 5 and see a team that kind of matches up equally to Perry as far as how they've played so far.
Yeah, pound for pound, and just a big run here again. Just what they've been able to do, and it's just across the board. They have the depth to do it. They're a young team as well. They have fun while they're doing it. They have something really, really special. And they're managing the snaps, managing the play time. And now what you do if you're Perry, you got these next couple of weeks here where you know, obviously you're going to be favored these next couple of games. West Geauga and Hawken.
Yeah.
And you got an opportunity to work some new things in before the playoffs.
Definitely is another carry for Hopkins up the middle. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, his 9th carry. Also, you're seeing some of these young guys make plays. How about the night so far for Carter Hopkins as the clock continues to wind down? He's got 56 yards on the ground.
He sneaked in a good game.
He really did.
He has sneaked in a really good game. So is this offensive line and doing it, getting this work. Also, big shout out as well to the student section. Perry dressed in all pink, and you know they showed out here on the senior night. Perry has done well here on the senior night.
On the scoreboard and in the stands, as well as the field. Hand off again, Hopkins up the middle. He's going to burst through and get another 1st down. Hopkins get brought down inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. 10 more yards to boot.
I think if Hopkins had his way, he would want to stop that clock. But coach is calling the guys over to put a wrap to this one.
And that's going to do it. Yeah, final score here from Alumni Stadium, 41-10. Perry again improving to 8-0, I should say, on the season. Again, Chagrin Falls falling to 3-5. Not out of the woods yet, still a chance. Chagrin Falls to make the playoffs for the first time in 10 years, but they're going to have to do some work the past next couple of weeks to get in at 5-5. That's what their goal is.
They got to get healthy.
Really got to. Yeah. Talk about 15 players out tonight, Double A. Final thoughts in this game for the Tigers. Obviously showed a little bit there at the end. We saw the sophomore quarterback, of course, Jacob Kay, get into the end zone and show some positive signs with him running the ball too, as well as some good plays throwing the ball. That connection with Nehemiah is going to be important in the last 2 games of the regular season. What does Chagrin need to do in his last 2 games to kind of figure things out and get in?
Well, first off, just get healthy. There's some things they kind of discovered as this game has gone on. Limit the big plays. If they are able to do that these next 2 games, they have Hawken next week. They have Luther and West the week after. Their last 2 games are at home. So the playoffs are within reach. Their home fans, these next 2 games, they got to show out. They got to show out. They got to support their classmates. And if they do those things, and Chagrin Falls, if they work hard these next 2 weeks, they can do this. They can get back into the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. They had that opportunity. Perry, we've had 2 of their games, and they have looked equally as in fact, even better.
They might want us back, honestly, at this point.
You know, and it's just any way that they could beat you in every way. They could beat you in every way. Today, they didn't really have a lot of the big play opportunities, but what did? They took advantage of turnovers. Their defense, as you've mentioned on broadcast, Kyle, just stepped in and legitimately took the game away from the Tigers when it was 7-3. And now they got an opportunity here. They're going to have some fun. The tough part for them, this is going to be special here. Look at this. Our cameras are on it.
Yep.
Go right to that end zone.
Student
there.
section, of course, getting down there with the players, the band, all down there.
Yeah.
Special moment on senior night for the entire club. Obviously, the guys we talked about, the Jaden Studio, one of the seniors. Obviously, Braden Richards, too, another guy that's put in so much work for this club. I mean, I just kind of go down the list, all the different seniors, want to name them all, too. Hayden Norman down there as well. Looking at a few more here. Gavin Nickerson, Jack Nisley, and of course the other senior Tristan Sexton, who did some kickoff duty for the team tonight. All those guys contributing to the win, and get happy for them, seniors.
Yeah,
getting
absolutely.
the recognition they deserve. Final thoughts, Double A, as we kind of move through with all this and kind of get ready for a pair of double headers the next few weeks.
Their last home regular season game. You see the excitement of this campus here in Lake County Perry is just incredible. Their toughest challenge, though, the playoffs, they do not start next week. They still got a tough matchup next week against West Chi, so they got to be locked in. I'm telling you what, these next 2 weeks for Perry, they're going to be some long 2 weeks, just because I'm sure they're ready for the postseason, but they got to tune things up, find some new things, and go from there. And again, for Chagrin Falls, tighten up, get healthy, and get back out there, because playoffs are in sight if you're the Tigers. So it's up to you how badly they want it.
Yep, now and ever for Chagrin Falls and Perry, trying to gear up for a deep postseason run. Now that's going to wrap it up for us here at Alumni Stadium in beautiful Perry, Ohio. Again, the final score 41-10. The Pirates over the Tigers here on ChagrinValleyConference.com. Hey, a reminder, next week, get to hear our voices twice. How about that? Next Thursday, Geneva, Madison. That's going to be game 1 of our doubleheader. And then following that, the next night, going to be Grand Valley at Berkshire. Going to head over to Norton. Do a game out there.
Get a great cheese field there, the brand new football field there from last year.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun. First time for me at both those schools, so I'm looking forward to that.
They have like flashing lights when they score touchdowns.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now nothing's going to beat last week. We saw some crazy stuff in the student section last week on Lakeside, but still, again, that's going to wrap it up for Double A. Anthony Alford. I'm Kyle Gordon. I want to thank the entire crew behind the scenes, pushing on the buttons, making us look really good, because it can be a challenge sometimes. Appreciate you guys so much. The final score, again, 41-10. Perry on top. They improved 8-0 as their fantastic season continues. Chagrin Falls looking to lick their wounds, and the Tigers looking to come back and claw back strong next week. We'll see you next time here on CVC TV.